Hello, all Hoosier fans, Hoosier haters, and everyone in between. This is the Crimson Coliseum podcast. And on today's episode, we're just going to be previewing week two, where the Indiana Hoosiers face off against the Western Illinois Leatherbacks. And just to start out, do my weekly 100 check-in. The 100 show this week's going to be Hoist the Colors, which is going to be basically introducing the IU fans to the color guard, which is coming back. Um, the song's going to be Wellerman and Shipping Up to Boston, which I fully expected to be a tuba Wellerman solo. Colors, and then Hoist the Colors from Pirates of the Caribbean. And very excited about the show. Probably whenever I first saw this on the show list, I was like, yes, that sounds awesome. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun show. And I wish I had someone over here, but I understand time constraints and everything like that. We'll be getting guests when Big Ten season starts next week. So, and if you want to be on an episode, please reach out to me. I am looking for guests. So reach out if you're interested, and you could pick which game. I think I've already got the Charlotte game, and I've got the homecoming game against Nebraska already decided, but looking for anyone, looking for people for other games too. All right. Um, to start out, we're to give a history on our opponent, Western Illinois. They were founded and opened in 1899. They're a part of the Big South Ohio Valley Conference in the FCS, which is our only FCS opponent of the year. And this is also the same conference where Indiana State's in, too. Fun fact. And the Ohio Valley Conference in basketball, what is like University of Southern Indiana and University of Southern Indiana. Why can't I remember any OVC teams outside of that? Maybe because it's my uh home city's team. But anyways, uh they play in Hanson Field, which opened in about the 50s. Their first ever football season was 1902. They have an overall record of 509, 439, 38. A lot of history. They're 2-1 in bowl games. They won the 1949 and 53 Corn Bowl, whenever that was a thing. So, yeah, before I, I can't remember when the split happened. Gonna make sure I get my facts right. But but so yeah, I can't find where this Division One is split up into two conferences. Um, I can't find the year when that was. Oh yeah, 1978. 1978 was whenever both conferences split. So if you ever look in the history of FCS schools, those are the ones that like if it's before 1978, they were in bowl game. They were doing bowl games. So all that jazz. So back to it. Um, this is their first ever matchup against the Hoosiers. Whenever I was looking it up, I thought they said that we lost to them in 2012, but no, it was just an error on the website. They played IU Indianapolis. So that might need to get checked out to make sure that's 100% right. Well, formerly IUPOI, best name out of a college ever. But their most successful alumni is Rodney Harrison, former New England Patriots safety. Probably should be in the Hall of Fame, but that's my opinion. And in the 2024 season, they are 0-1 after a 54 to 15 loss to Northern Illinois. This is recently this has not been a good program. They have not won a game since October 30th, 2022. We hope Indiana's not that first win. Uh, this is not a great program at all. This should be an easy win. But just to go over stats, just go over everything. Indiana 1-0 already after the win against Florida International. 31 points per game is 10th in the Big Ten. 414 yards per game is also 10th. 180 passing yards is 12th. 234 rushing yards is 6th. They are 40% on third down percentage, which was 12th, and fourth in the Big Ten with 10 attempts in third down. Um, all of these stats, they practically mean nothing because it was game one, but just going over them. Defensively, the Hoosiers allowed 7 points, which is eighth in the Big Ten, which is weird, but also a lot of cupcakes. Cupcake. This is the time whenever cupcakes are getting scheduled, so you're going to see a lot of low scores from opponents. 182 yards per game is third. 129 passing yards, which is sixth. 53 rushing yards, which is seventh in the Big Ten, which kind of tells you how that week went. When 53 rushing yards is seventh in the Big Ten. 30.7 third down percentage is fifth, and 13 attempts, which came out to 11th. So like with third down percentage, whenever I'm listing that, when it's offense, you want it to be lower. When it's defense, you want it to be higher. That's how I look at it. But looking at Western Illinois after their game against Northern Illinois, 15 points per game, which was sixth in the OVC. 298 yards, which is eighth. Passing, 204 yards, which was sixth. Rushing with 94 yards, which was third. 25% third down percentage, which is eighth. This is out of eight teams, eight or nine teams. I think nine. And third down attempts, which is 12, which was third. Defense, 54, obviously, last in the OVC. 706 yards allowed, which was also bottom. 394 passing yards, 312 rushing yards. So Northern Illinois just beat them in both ways. Third down percentage, they were Northern Illinois was 7 of 8 on third downs. Um, yeah, it was bad. This defense, IU should just it should not be pretty. But passing, IU stat leaders, passing Curtis Rourke, 15 to 24, 180 yards and a touchdown. Elijah Green in the running attack with 5 rushes, 82 yards, which is kind of funny because, but it came out that Kalen Black dealt with a hamstring injury. I think I think it was a leg injury. That's why he didn't play as many snaps. Omar Cooper led the team in receptions and receiving yards with 345. Tackling Aiden Fisher with 4 solo tackles, 12 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack. Dude was absolutely everywhere. In pass defense, D'Angelo Pons had 1 pass defended last week. For Western Illinois, the guys got to look out for Nathan Lamb, 17 to 29, 204 yards and a touchdown, as along with 8 rushes for 32 yards. Cameron Smith, 14 rushes for 54 yards. Tristan Duncan, 5 receptions for 68 yards. Tackling, Willie Jones, 8 solo tackles and 13 total tackles. And there was no one that recorded a pass defense or an interception. Overall, I think Indiana's going to win. Low end is going to be 49-0. High end, it should be much higher. 56, it's like 60 points. Like we're probably going to see Rourke for a half, and then we're going to see Taven Jackson play. Maybe see Tyler Cherry play this game. It's going to be an absolute massacre. Hopefully everyone is healthy. Hopefully the band's having a great time. But it's Friday. But these FCS opponents always scare me. I don't know what it is. I think I'm more nervous about these games than the ones I know we're going to get beat in because I'm always nervous about it. Um, that's just the way I am. But looking ahead, after this episode comes out, I'm going to be doing a predicting the entire Big Ten. Then that's going to be a thing with the schedule. Uh, Thursday, it's going to be the Big Ten predictions. Friday, it's going to be the preview. Saturday is going to be the game. Sunday is the post game. And then once women's basketball starts, I'm probably going to do for women's basketball on Sundays, reviewing all the games in that week. And then I'll probably bring guests on for that. So if you're ever interested in being a guest, please DM me. I am gonna be open to anybody. And yeah, that's all for this episode. Go Hoosiers. I think we're gonna beat the Leathernecks. What would they say? I don't know. Yeah, you have to hear the band whenever they say it. But But I'll see you guys in the next one, and like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube. Share it with your friends on both Spotify and YouTube, and have a great rest of your day.